You've heard the phrase, he got what he deserved. It's usually said with some contempt for someone having done something inappropriate or illegal, or could mean having done nothing at all when they were expected to. Recognition, compensation, and promotions are hot buttons in the workplace when it comes to feeling deserving. We rightfully expect our value and contributions to be acknowledged in the form of mention, remuneration, as in money, or elevated level, as in title or rank, ideally all three. According to a 2022 Gartner survey, 32% of workers feel fairly compensated, which is lower than the survey's expectations. The survey found that employees' trust in their organization is closely linked to how they view their pay. As a leader, how do you remain as objective as possible in assessing your team members' contributions, keep everyone incentivized, and believing there is a meritocracy that allows them to feel they are getting what they deserve? Let's explore. Hi, I'm Jenny Clark, a conscious leadership expert who spent 2 decades in executive recruiting and talent management. Having worked with giants like Google, Spencer Stuart, I discovered that the secret to transformative leadership lies in the 5 dimensions of conscious leadership. And I'm here to help you unlock your full potential. Join me on this channel as we embark on an honest and vulnerable journey together and become the kind of leader that genuinely inspires organizational transformation. I have a few ways you can get involved in this conscious community. First, I've created a free career map to help you uncover your next career move. Second, I've created exclusive content for you with a community of like-minded leaders. And lastly, I send out a free newsletter every week. To learn more, check out the description of this video. We often feel deserving of things if we have behaved well, complied with norms or expectations, or met goals. I deserve to be promoted because I brought in more business than anyone else on my team. But hold on, 2 things. 1, who said that this is a meritocracy that rewards people equitably? 2, how did you bring in more business? Did you steal an account or 2, or offer favors or gifts to prospective customers that were not in compliance with rules? We need to hold ourselves to higher standards, not cut corners or jeopardize others through our efforts or accomplishments. There's something called participation trophy syndrome, which is a controversial topic that refers to the practice of giving out participation awards to recognize that someone participated in an event regardless of their placement. Some say that participation trophies can boost self-esteem and inclusivity, but others argue that they can have negative consequences. This phenomenon isn't limited to children's soccer fields, but can occur in the workplace. People who might have barely participated in an effort want credit that they don't deserve. If their participation was considered disruptive or their work product considered of low quality, then they should not be rewarded for being part of the team. This is the antithesis of a meritocracy. The consequences of a participation trophy syndrome in this context may include a sense of entitlement, unrealistic expectations for promotion or other recognition, a lack of readiness for advancement, poor accountability. At the opposite end of the spectrum, we have to make sure there is appropriate action taken for underperformers and consequences for bad behavior. I've heard from human resources managers that the leaders they are assigned to refuse to terminate the person on their team whose performance rating has fallen below the threshold for the 3rd consecutive time per prescribed guidelines. There might be excuses like, Chuck is only a year away from retirement and is not hurting anyone. Let's let him ride it out. Or, Carlotta has been out on medical leave for 3 months and it wouldn't be right to let her go. These rules are in place to protect others in the organization. Chuck's reports shouldn't have to endure another year of Chuck's poor leadership. Carlotta's review should have been based on the 9 months of work during the cycle and the leave not held against her in any way. While we hope she's now healthy, the facts seem to point to poor performance, which had to include how she was leading and treating her people. Do them all a favor and exit her from the organization. Let these leaders get what they deserve. Now, I'm not trying to sound punitive here. I'm asking that we honor the rules that were established to ensure equity, fairness, and safety. To the extent these individuals are not honoring the rules on a protracted basis, they should face the consequences to protect organizational standards and workers' well-being. So why is it that we have such a hard time consistently honoring the rules, policies, systems put in place to create a meritocracy? Here are some obvious and not so obvious reasons. Be honest with yourself to see if any of them ring true for you. Number one, bias and favoritism. Unconscious biases or favoritism can skew recognition and rewards, leading to a workplace that rewards based on popularity or prejudice rather than merit. Number two, inconsistent evaluation methods. Without standardized criteria and regular performance reviews, assessments can become subjective and inconsistent, which undermines the ideal of a meritocracy. You know me and competencies. They are one of the most objective criteria we should be using in the workplace. Number three, a lack of transparency. If the criteria for evaluation and the mechanics of reward systems are not transparent, it can lead to mistrust and perceptions of unfairness. Number four, resistance to change. In organizations with a deeply ingrained culture or legacy systems, changes toward meritocracy can face significant resistance, both from management and employees. Now, this is a case of the rules are fine as long as they don't apply to me. Ensuring that employees receive fair recognition, remuneration, and consequences requires a deliberate and systematic approach from leaders. It involves creating transparent, equitable systems for evaluating and rewarding performance and managing behavior. We know this and still deviate and make exceptions. Here's how leaders can approach fair recognition and remuneration effectively, along with considerations for overcoming common impediments to establishing a true meritocracy. Number one, establish clear criteria. Define clear objective criteria for what constitutes good performance and behavior, and ensure these standards are well communicated and understood by all employees. This helps in setting expectations and provides a baseline for evaluations. Number two, implement regular reviews. Conduct regular performance reviews at least semi-annually to assess progress and provide feedback. This should be a comprehensive review that looks at both successes and areas for improvement, ensuring that achievements are recognized and deficiencies are addressed. Number three, reward systems. Develop a reward system that is aligned with the company's goals and values. This can include monetary rewards such as bonuses, raises, or promotions, as well as non-monetary recognition like awards, public acknowledgement, or participation in a special task force, or representing the company at an important conference. Number four, training and development. Offer these opportunities to all employees. I'll never miss an opportunity to remind you that the number one reason people quit their jobs is a lack of career development and advancement. Number five, address underperformance. Clearly outline the consequences of underperformance or poor behavior. Implement a fair process for dealing with these issues, which might include additional training, performance improvement plans, or disciplinary actions if necessary. This is a time when conflict aversion is not an option. Here's what I want you to take away. By addressing these areas, a leader can help create a workplace that fairly and consistently recognizes and rewards merit, encouraging a culture of performance and mutual respect. In other words, a place where people feel they are getting what they deserve. I know firsthand how taking that first step can be the catalyst for a life-changing transformation. I remember the moment I decided to harness my own strengths, and it made all the difference in my career. That's why I've created a career mapping tool just for you to help you uncover your unique competencies and leverage them to design your own career map. Take the first step toward your next level by clicking the link in this video description, and let's start this incredible journey together.